Hit the button.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
welcome everyone to session 20 something. I don't remember. Hope we're all doing good. However, Wednesday's doing good.
Funnily enough, I've been actually like writing them down in the VODs wrong. This is gonna be session 23, I believe.
This is 24. No, on the notes it says 23.
What?
On the notes it says 23 was the last session.
I'm looking at the notes that now say 22, and now I'm just confused.
You said this last week where you fucked up the
I
count.
did. Essentially, at one point, I fucked up because one of the sessions we had was just purely combat, and I didn't take any notes, but it's listed in my notes as just combat. But, like, we also lost a couple of VODs down the way.
Alright.
Yeah, okay, this is session 24. My notes are just wrong.
Okay, well,
Don't trust the notes.
So, if we're all ready, we'll begin with the recap. Unless there's some questions that need to be said outside of the recap.
The wizards need more action-based abjuration spells. That's my thesis.
Die.
Okay.
So, last time on Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, we were not really heroes. A dragon was dead in its own home. So, we journeyed through further into the catacombs underneath Nerevar. The living catacombs, if you will. And eventually, made our way to the abandoned theater of which had been described previously. In the theater itself, unfortunately, a dragon was dead. You chalk this up to potentially Luciana, at least at first, and it was later confirmed because, of course, you had seen Luciana's hazy after image tripped by one of the traps set around the dragon's lair itself.
Well, we also set her heading towards the dragon's den, and then there's a dead dragon there. Like, obviously she's responsible.
Hey, you don't know. Maybe it was one of her minions.
No, it has to be her. She is to blame for everything wrong in the world.
So that's the people that were around before she was born.
Trust me, I have my theories
So,
on that.
Time travel. I see this up an absolute whim. So, essentially, when you made your way in, you pieced together Axor's subsequent-ish murder and realized what the cause of death was, being burning him out of his breath weapon and then shoving an explosive device in his mouth, which activated the sleep things, and then they just slit his throat. Now, Ophidia immediately went into a panicked frenzy, digging through various literature resting at the dragon's feet as it lay dead upon its treasure hoard, searching for something known as an Ignichromenon. A book which is made out of the dried husks of Astral Dreadnought eyes. Fuck knows what that means. Eventually, however, amidst this pleasant music, we had a situation where when dragons die, after effects tend to happen. In this case, a minor, on the Richter scale, earthquake. And as the cavern ceilings crash down around you, sending you scattered, dispersed throughout the room, amidst the dust and the haze, Yvel took off after what she assumed was Luciana. Oswald followed suit after Yvel after seeing a different figure of Luciana, and Andros took off after a specter of Rimakath. And that is where we ended last session. Andros running away with all of the wonderful magical items. Any questions?
They deserve it. They deserve the wonderful magical item. But no, I don't have. Well, I mean, again, I don't have any questions that can be answered out of game. I just have thoughts.
Absolutely. Austin, Evo, any question?
What is there to question?
Life.
Fucking everything. The bitch Luciana's involved. Like, everything should be questioned.
No questions. We'll jump straight in. Now, as the rumbling stops off in the distance, we have a little bit of a problem. Zychria, while you might have been hired as a freelance investigator to look into those recent acid explosions within the tar hands, mainly you were looking into the fact that some of these suspects wore a certain symbol. Now, while your findings and digging in your investigation has taken you further into the catacombs itself, and you believe these suspects are currently residing here, rumor and hearsay did not prepare you for how expansive and honestly alive these walls are. You've had to fight several battles, nothing too strenuous, but definitely of note. And as of current, you currently stand within a large corridor which can fit maybe someone whose crest's about 18 foot tall. The corridor itself is made out of this illustrious sheening glass wall, which turns with the light and refracts numerous different colors. Though the sheen itself is due to some form of a liquid. Now, you've been traveling this tunnel for about maybe 4 hours. It's a pretty long one. Tracking, funnily enough, actual boot prints, which are in short supply in these catacombs. The sheening upon the walls and the ceiling, you would know at this point, is poisonous to the touch. Whether that is through you being an ADHD-ridden idiot or a smart person is up to you. Personally, I would have licked the wall. Now, as you hear this rumbling off in the distance, it's not the first you've heard. It's not even the most violent. There's a strange sense of tactfulness. What is your passive perception?
My passive perception is a 13.
13. Uno momento. Okay. So, as you continue making your way forward, you hear echoing, and because it's echoing and it's so quiet, you can quite easily tell it's relatively far away. The sound of footfalls and a raised voice. What the voice is saying, no idea. Funnily enough, none of those described to you, at least in terms of the ones that had supposedly spoken, had anything of that posh affliction to their words. So there's a bit of curiosity there. But then again, maybe it's no the traveler. These places are treacherous. What would you like to do? Do you want to continue forwards, or would you like to turn around and move away from these individuals that you've been hired to look into? Now, look into doesn't mean kill them. That you can do that if you want to, but you don't have to.
He's gonna keep cautiously moving forward.
Is your weapon out?
Yes.
Wonderful. Yvelt, please would you, as you go to leave the room, sprint from it, and another piece of debris appears to be a small trumpet, which lets out this ear-wrenching shriek. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh dear.
It's just the skeleton.
Maybe.
Dude.
I've not decided yet. That's your own interpretation.
Where are all the D20? Where did they go?
He was just practicing his trumpet skills.
Which, like, that's fair and all, but
Hey,
also,
Yvel,
like,
look at my band.
I don't know why that broke me.
Roll it.
Ooh, that's not good. That's a 9 plus 3. 12.
You're considered deafened for the next minute.
Eesh.
And as you sprint off after the quickly retreating form of on Luciana, you find yourself tearing out into this beautiful prismatic glass covered tunnel. Oswald, you're actively following, yes?
Jawohl.
What?
Ja.
Is this his new voice?
No.
Is this to like
Yes.
I'm glad I
retroactively
can't hear
metagame
it.
that I said he's got a posh voice? Okay.
It's just
well,
just the fucking smiling friends meme. You think Germans are posh?
now, Boris is actively following you, as we said last time. At least I believe we said last time. He's not
He
dead.
should.
It's Lump that's squished, not Boris.
My boy. He didn't.
Wretched piece of
He
shit.
did his best.
His best wasn't enough.
He's where he belongs.
To the void.
I'm
Anyways.
free.
He's not free. He's coming back the moment I get to my hands on 25 gold worth of incense.
God, his soul is trapped in the
He
capitalist
is.
regime.
I am never letting him go.
All right. So,
We love him.
as you sprint, Yveld, considering this is Luciana, do you want to dash?
Do I see her currently?
Very, very far in the distance now.
How far?
At this point, about 280 feet.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I would like to dash. I am dashing. I am zooming.
Okay. Eventually, she rounds this twisting bend, and as you round the corner, the absence of sound, like the very muffled, impacted footfalls, now returns to your ears with full force as you are no longer considered deafened. And you hear from behind you Oswald's raised Yveld and the sound of Boris. And as you round the corner, it come to a skidding stop. Nothing.
Shit.
We find a way
I
out.
what are you? No, I just saw Luciana.
No, I saw her and then I ran after you because I didn't want to split up.
Well, that's very nice. Where's Andrus?
I thought he'd be smart enough to follow me.
Ah, okay, okay. Well, no, I wasn't running for an exit. I was running because wait. You say you saw her too? Like,
Yes, I saw her and I chose to run after you.
well then, that's not good because that probably means that was an illusion.
Evidently.
Okay. Just starts pacing back and forth. At this point, where are we? Are we in a part that we've been in before?
Oh!
Yay! Right, okay. I think we should maybe... question, how badly is, this space, where we first, came out of collapse? Is going back a viable option?
Oh, you're turning around now.
Yeah, you've all just kind of looking around, actually focusing
It's
on the
just a
surround.
prismatic wall. There is no tunnel behind you anymore.
You'll kind of starts pacing, then turns around to start going the direction. Just comes face first with this wall. Just looks up and, of course, of course, of course.
It's like Minecraft with bedrock spawns behind you when you move.
Okay. As much as I'd like to backtrack and check in with Andrus and see if he's still alive or anything, I guess we can only go forward from here. actually, Yvel's gonna cast message real quick. Essentially trying to like use it as a detector to see if Andrus is within 120 feet of us somehow. Because I believe it doesn't have to be a place I can see. I'm not sure though. I'm checking.
You have to be able to point to the person in the direction of their person just from
You
as.
have to know
Oh,
their
right.
general direction. Andros could be up for all you know.
Yeah. Where is this tunnel that we're in leading? Like, what's beyond?
Just straight ahead.
You'll just kind of grumbles under her breath. I hate these godforsaken catacombs, and just starts walking forward, like kind of shaking her head a bit.
These are my Minecraft realms, asshole. Okay. Oswald, any response from you, my man? Or are you just watching this happen and be like, fuck it, it's weird, let's roll?
He's just kind of shocked at how quickly she's gotten over the whole possibility of Andros being dead in a collapse before he just shakes his head and walks off after her.
She does look like actively as if she's just containing whatever stress she has deep inside of her. Like, she looks arguably the most stressed like she's been since the Bounty fight. Like, she does not look like calm at all. It's just she seems to mostly just be moving ahead because she cannot think of anything else
Compartmentalize
to
because
do.
feelings are bad.
Eh,
Don't actually do that.
nah, it's a good strategy. It works.
Now,
Look at you out. She's doing great.
right. Tell that to the horror she made for her familiar. Anyway, as you make your way forwards, both you roll me perception checks.
That's another 9 plus 4, so 13. I'm using a different dice.
Oswald.
Aussie boy.
Hold on. Perception?
Yes.
That's a natural 20 for a total of 18.
Nice.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
The 18 doesn't matter because he'll be right back.
And he disappears.
So, while we wait for Austin, I'll quickly jump over to Zachary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Zachary, are you making your way forwards more stealthily?
Stealthily.
Or okay, roll me a stealth check.
Yep.
Sneaking.
That is a 23.
Okay. As the tunnel twists and winds, you're taking very much care to not touch the walls and parts where it narrows to a point where a person could just barely squeeze through without touching it. You begin to hear voices. A normal volume, so at this distance, about a murmur tone of people up ahead. Can't quite discern what they're saying. What would you like to do?
Keep moving forward, still stealthily, trying to get a better listen.
And I'm back.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
So, Oswald and Yveld, as you move forwards, there's another end in the corridor, and you've not really noticed anything suspicious. The rumbling from the cavern of the dragon has died down, and it's relatively quiet. I'm trying my best not to yawn right now.
Do it. Don't even think about doing it.
I got Lunar with it, it's fine.
I've been infected.
So,
Ooh.
as you two make your way forwards down to the corner, Zachary, how would you react to seeing three individuals? Sorry, one being a metallic boar, uh, rounding a corner. One who's holding a sledgehammer, however they wish to hold it. The big ham.
Threateningly.
Yeah, threateningly. How do you react, considering you do have your blade out?
More like it's definitely more defensively. She's not like outwardly going out to them. She's still sneaking, just trying to figure out more what they're about.
Gotcha. So as you kind of backstep a little bit, would you like to describe your character, please?
Okay. Zykria is a tiefling woman around 6 feet tall. She has cobalt blue skin with matching horns that go up from her forehead and sweep back, and fangs that poke slightly past her lips. She has messy, shoulder-length, dark black hair that has been lazily tied to a braid on the side to keep it out of her face, and pointed ears that poke through on the sides of it. Fiendish traits go a bit further than her horns, as her tail unconsciously sways a little bit, just long enough to reach the floor, and her legs are goated below the knee. She wears simple adventurer's garb with studded leather, a belt, various pouches on it, with bottles with various liquids, and a dark green undershirt with clasps on the sleeve that make it easy to pin up the sleeves when needed, which are currently pinned up.
And what blade is she holding? What kind of
She's
weapon?
holding a scimitar, and she has a shield, although the kinds of shields you actually do use with scimitars are quite small, and they actually fit on your hand.
Yeah.
Aragon helped me learn, because he likes swords.
As you
And I will actually,
backstep slightly. Sorry, Karen.
I'll post a picture in art.
Ooh.
Sure.
It's photoshopped. It's not my art, but it's just photoshopped.
Death.
Ooh. Oh my.
As you backstep, sword at you ready. Oswald, you belt. I'm gonna go throw up. So, be right back.
You can't do this to me.
Okay.
I don't think he's okay.
Is he? I don't know. I hope he's okay.
I
Yeah,
fucking
well,
hope
it's
he's
just
okay.
stress. Gonna be fine. Trust me, I literally would not let him run the session if he wasn't fine.
Okay.
Or would he?
Okay.
No, literally, if it was severe enough, I would just, just hide his computer or something. I don't know, I'd figure something out.
Hey, we saw Michael here.
I'll be right back.
Hello. You okay?
I will be. All right. Is everyone here?
Yep.
Yes.
Yag.
Sick. So, as you three come to four Clinbars come to a standoff amidst the tunnel, what do you guys do?
So, question.
Yes.
This, tiefling before us is she like actively holding a weapon as like as if she's about to attack us?
That's
a
up to
good
Zachary.
question.
I said defensive.
Yeah,
Yes,
Defensive.
did say defensive.
defensive. Okay. I think Yavel's hands kind of inadvertently kind of like jolt up a bit as if she's like about to like do something. I don't think she even like figures out what she's gonna do, and then she knows that okay, this person's not like gonna attack us probably. She kind of just stands there as she says, hi,
Who are you?
hi, hey, and then there's like this glimmer of like realization. She says, oh gods, are you lost?
I'm not lost. No.
Damn it.
Well,
Okay.
that makes one of us.
That's
I've been in these catacombs for 4 hours.
Are you sure you're not like someone who's just, I don't know, wandered into the tar hands? accidentally and has gotten lost in here.
I paid to come here. I'm being paid.
Well, we're also technically
Well,
being
that makes
paid.
3 of us.
Yeah, that does make 3 of us. Technically 4. The other person's just. No, not you, Boris.
Does Boris make
The.
it that noise? That can't.
No, I'm fucking with you.
It shouldn't be.
It's not. He's not like Groot. He does follow Oswald's commands.
Any DM noise is canon. Yeah, that was Lump's ghost. Anyways, no, there is a third one of us. We don't know where he is. Which is not a good thing.
That seems like what they
I'm
should.
just hoping
He's
they're
a rather
okay.
flamboyant fellow. You couldn't miss him.
He's got a very nice hat.
He does have a very nice hat.
He does.
The only things I've run into here I've kind of killed, so they were monsters.
So you haven't killed a flamboyant individual in a nice hat.
I haven't seen a nice hat since the moment I got down here.
Well, that's given that you apparently killed everything you've come by. That's kind of reassuring, at least.
Only things that attacked me. You gotta admit this place is a bit dangerous.
Oh, yes,
So,
absolutely.
Oh yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
the roofs just came down on us. Somebody killed a dragon. It's been a
Somebody-
very stressful day.
Yeah, my familiar's dead as well.
That's not much of a loss.
The other one,
Yes, it is.
I think the dragon part was a bit more important.
Oh,
Dragon
well,
easy
the
enough.
dragon's was. Well,
I'll
the
shut up
dragon
now.
was already dead when we arrived there. I'm pretty sure I know who
Dude.
is to blame for this entire thing. Not sure why, but
I ain't down here for that.
what are you down here for? Are you also looking for missing people?
I was expecting to go. What are you? And leaving it at that.
Ma'am, with
Well,
all
you
due
can't
respect,
say that.
what the fuck are you?
Well, it's 7:03. You can't say that anymore.
I've heard some explosions. Searching for some people who are suspected.
Well, they did use
Explosions,
explosives to kill the dragon.
Yes, they did. They exploded its mouth. A rather unpleasant way to die.
I might want to see that if you know which way that is.
Question, is the fucking prismatic wall just blocking off our way visible from here? Or is it for over a bend?
It's back where you left it. If you were to look back around, essentially that.
Yes, but is it visible from where we're standing is my question.
You have to lean back, but yeah.
Yvette kind of like walks a bit back and like kind of points back to this prismatic wall. She said, well, we initially came for there, and when we tried going back, there was a wall.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's I don't like these catacombs. I really don't.
That's
We're
an
looking for information, and in part because we got kind of hired to, and neither of those things were found, not really at least.
I'm looking for some people wearing this symbol, and she takes a piece of paper that she's kind of drawn it on out of her pocket.
Put that symbol in the campaign VC chat.
Want me to do it or you?
I can do it. Uno momento. Oh! There we go.
You haven't happened to see that, have you?
DM. Have I ever seen that symbol?
Make me a history check with disadvantage.
Ooh.
So, at this point, after looking at her for a bit, you notice that her arms are
18?
heavily scarred up.
That's a
Some of which
17, so... Oh, sorry, continue.
her arms, like Zykria's arms, are heavily scarred up. A lot of which does not look like natural, just battle scars. Some of them kind of look like words of some kind, but you can't really make it out. Some of them are in other languages, but a lot of them are overlapping.
What kind of frowns the slightest bit at that, but like doesn't say anything. So that's a 17. I rolled an 18 and a 17. So 17 plus 7, 24.
So, with a 24, it's actually pretty hard to glean. Funnily enough, you do recognize this symbol to be not necessarily commonly worn, but it is one of, how do I put this? It is one of notoriety. That's the word I was looking for. Jesus Christ, that took me a while. Now, it is supposedly worn by, I'm trying to find my notes because I am just stumbling over my fucking words.
Just
Faster!
take a moment,
Faster.
find your notes.
Come on!
Stop hurrying him along! Ah!
You're okay.
Faster!
Biggity berg, biggity berg, biggity berg, biggity berg.
Oh.
I can't find my notes on them. This is annoying me. Ah, fuck
Yeah,
it.
that's why I use obsidian, bitch.
What'd you just say to me?
That's
You're not the one
why.
recording. I'll send you to fucking Brazil right now.
No. No.
Alright, whatever. Found them. So, it is commonly worn, in notoriety-wise, by a cult, the name of which you cannot recall, even with a 24, that spans the entirety of Kuzmar, and apparently, according to few, other continents as well. They are based around the idea of mankind's power over demons and the like, and how innately using those for our advantage as not just a civilization, but as a people. And the two are different to this cult. We will find ourselves superior in nature. They are commonly known to, again, name of which escapes you, which is an odd one. They're commonly known to, let's throw up again. Ugh, fucking hell! I'm stumbling over my words there. I'm so sorry.
You're all good.
They are commonly known to run mostly protection rackets, funnily enough. They outfit themselves much more akin to a local city gang than a potentially worldwide spread cult. They are considered aggressively dangerous and are to be and will be probably, if you were to ever be found out as a cult member or framed as one, you would be arrested and executed within 2 to 3 business days. Even with the 24, that's the majority of what you can glean.
I don't know too. They've got some connections to the explosions, from what I hear.
I'm not entirely sure.
I was told there was some suspects at the scene where they saw the explosions wearing their symbol.
I don't exactly. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying on a meta level, we've never seen Luciana not have that symbol.
It all ties back to her, goddammit.
What are you trying to ask there, Austin?
I don't know. It's probably her. Everything's about
And
her.
I don't exactly recall their name, but I have heard of kind of a cult-like thing, that has a similar symbol. They mostly are focused on demonic worship of sorts. Something about the superiority of humanity in regards to demons, something like that. I'm not entirely sure. But we've not seen anyone with this one. We haven't seen anyone. Okay,
Actually,
you got me scared there for a second.
which one of you was it that initially picked up the Rotfang Adventuring Company bag? Way back. If it was you, Oswald, feel free to roll me a history check with disadvantage.
Oh, you bastard, man. disadvantage. It's not like I have a +8 or anything. The lowest was a 14 plus 8 for a 22.
Upon that bag, there wasn't this symbol, though. When looking through it, you found the iron fillings, the magnesium flare, the long since desiccated food. As you move the bag away, retroactively, what the fuck? In retrospect, there we go. It wasn't retroactively. There was a symbol. Not the exact same as this. This appears to be an involvement of such, but the split pyramid, essentially, which is what the split diamond was placed in that old. What the fuck did I call it? An abbey? The keep of the monks. It wasn't placed directly on the bench. When you looked off down the hallway before you did your rope shenanigans, it did decorate several. You know when you have those decorative like iron and steel pieces that are in kind of the corners of like houses or holding up staircases and shit? The symbol was present in those, in the patterning of those. So it wasn't exactly something you needed to take notice of because it didn't apply to anything. But the spacing of them is extremely similar. Even the slightly wider lower one.
Deep breath in. Deep breath out.
You okay over there?
Yes, I do believe we know the woman who is attached to a symbol like that. We were actually down here trying to find her. Well, a few things, but we were trying to find her as well. And I believe she's killed a dragon.
Well, I'm pretty sure she has. Yvonne still kind of shoots Oliver a bit of not even like puzzled, but kind of like confused look.
He just has a "I'm too old for this kind of shit" look on his face. Give me something for the pain and let me die.
I thought she said she was a cultist of Omnigul. So, which to my knowledge has little to relate to demonic entities and all that.
DM,
Yes.
did she say she was a cultist of Omnigul, or that she was using Omnigul? Because those are two different things.
They are. She said she has switched her alignment to Omnigul, and none of you ever insight checked her, or if she was lying in that regard or not.
She actually specifically did say that she used to be a cultist of Vihar,
Right.
and that then she
Then she switched to Omnigul.
yes.
None of you tried to discern if she was lying or not, or if she was even telling the whole truth.
So you trust the words of a cultist?
That was also
I-
a very stressful day.
Vel just has a look of like very, very visible offense.
Yvonne more so is confusing me is like I'm not going to go into detail, but it was kind of a situation where it was she was kind of the only person we could glean any information from.
Yes, we trusted a cultist.
Well,
And
that
now from
makes
this
it sound
side,
just-
deep breath in, deep breath in.
it was a very stressful day. Let's just say that. We didn't do so without good reason.
Is it ever
Most
good?
of it, we didn't have anyone else to trust on this matter.
I don't think that qualifies as a good reason.
I know in our case it kind of does, actually. I'm so sorry. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Yveld. Kind of reaches out a hand for a handshake.
She shakes it. Zachariah.
Pleasure to meet you, although it would have been lovely if we met under, in a different place, honestly. I don't like it here.
I'm Oswald Mandel. He extends out his hand.
Shakes it.
No
Has
grip.
Zachariah seen one of like a mechanical creature like Boris before?
You upon that's actually a fair question. I would say you've seen relatively small homunculi, but nothing on the scale and intricacy of Boris. Like a life-size mechanical boar, maybe even a tiny bit bigger.
Now I've seen tiny ones of those, but I've never seen one that big. She kind of points to Boris.
What? Oh, yes. I designed him as a combat form.
That's impressive.
Thank you. That means a lot.
There's a lot of detail there. And she kind of like, she's crouching down, she's like looking over. Got a steady hand.
Well, it comes with a job. Can't really do it with shaky hands. You have to. Sorry, we were trying to hunt down a cultist.
Yeah, we need to get back to that.
Yeah.
Seems we're both trying
But
to
I
do that.
forgot for a second. I mean, if this individual is connected to what you're looking into, then that's certainly very interesting because we do have quite a bit of information on her, although nowhere near as much as I'd like to have. And okay, I was gonna really quickly like look at Oswald and point a finger at him as subtly as possible. Not really trying to hide it, but like not trying to draw attention to it either. He's gonna cast message and is going to say, "If we are so sure Luciana's involved, should we tell her about Brentwin?"
She doesn't need to know about Brentwin.
Also,
Nobody
it's like,
needs to know about Brentwin.
Zachariah's taking out a notebook from her bag and she's like starting to write something quickly down.
Look
She
at it.
might know about
Fuck. Kill her. Put her in a sack.
You will start
She's
a
gotta go.
very nervous glance at Zachariah.
You okay there?
The keeper whispers in your mind, Yvonne. I think she knows about Brentwin.
I'm gonna roll something for you, Val. Fucking. You will choose a nervous glance at Oswald. And Zachariah says, "You wouldn't know about Brent, a town of Brent named Brentwin, would you?"
I'll save your question, Evo. No, you fucking don't. No idea whatever they're fucking talking about.
Oh,
They
she
look
wouldn't
remarkably
hear.
panicked.
She doesn't hear the message. The message is between Yvald and Oswald.
You literally just said
Oh
you wouldn't know
no,
about
other
Brentwood.
than the mess. I mean the general message.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the question you directed at her.
Okay, sorry.
Who's
But no,
Brantwood?
you have no idea.
Is that another friend of yours?
Oh no! It's a small town north from here. I was just curious. We passed through there a couple of weeks ago.
Kind of gives
I
a
was just
slow,
wondering.
slow nod. Have you been
I
down the
think we should. Huh? Yes.
walls? They're kind of slick with poison.
I'm sorry. They're what?
The walls, full of poison to the touch.
Like all of them, or just in a specific area? There's
Sorry.
different walls here.
walls are poisonous.
Don't touch the walls. She just starts walking.
Maybe that's why Blump was walking so weird. Maybe he just brushed against a wall or something.
Hell, Oswald. Enjoy.
I'll have to work on his flight trajectory. Like, I don't know. I should get him to
Perhaps you should
run
simply
some
start a
drills or
new
something.
project.
Am I able actually to? Is there enough stuff on the walls that if I take a vial, am I able to scoop some of it off? Or is it just poisonous?
It's just poisonous.
God damn it!
It's
I want to take wall poison.
Unfortunately, not all of us can take wall poison.
Yeah, she's starting to walk down. She's like noting a few things off, looking behind to you guys every few minutes, just a little suspiciously.
Yeah,
You're
what are we
just
going to
look.
do if she knows about Brent?
You're gonna leans and just shh. I don't think she does. I
if
really
she
don't think she.
does?
She look at her.
Oswald
Well-
looks at her.
My strap.
You just see tiefling tail.
Look at her. She wouldn't have responded of whom's point. Unless she was actually trying to.
Zachary, what's your passive perception, by the way?
My passive perception again?
Yeah, what's your passive perception?
13.
Okay, no, you don't hear this.
It
Not yet.
would be funny though. Okay, look. If that symbol, if that whole thing that she's looking into has something to do with Luciana, maybe it's a good idea to for us to, stick by her. She might have more information. She might be able to point us in the right direction.
Say so.
I don't know. I don't have any other leads, Oswald. You know arguably more better than anyone that I'm working here with very limited information here. Like, Gil actually pulls out one of the journals and kind of just taps it. We've got a journal that's encoded and takes me days upon days to decipher. We've got in which I barely made a dent in it, which is mostly just gibberish. We have barely any information on her. We don't even real name. We don't even know that. It probably isn't. And now we know that she, for some reason, killed a fucking dragon. I'm grasping at straws here, Oswald. I'm grasping at fucking straws. And it's not a lot of information. I know. I'd love to, have an actual basis to go off of in regards to this whole situation. I don't.
Yvelle, do you ever get the feeling that we're out of our depth?
Do I ever get the feeling? I've been having this done continuously for several weeks now.
You
Has
hide
this
it remarkably well.
Hey?
Has this gone up from whispering?
This has gone up
Yes.
to whisper after whispering.
Absolutely it has.
What did Oswald say? I didn't hear the last part.
You hide it remarkably well.
He was like twitches.
Please don't kill me.
What?
She's just like kind of watching this. You can see her looking over her shoulder constantly right now.
Keep her in your mind. It's just, Yvelle, you are bitch made. No,
she's
says,
look. She's giving a judging look.
Yoel's eyes like, wait, do I see that Zachary has like stopped given my passive perception?
she's ahead of you.
Yes.
How distracted do you think you are?
I don't know. I just
How
thought
distracted are you, Yvelle?
Not really, no. Also, I'm actively like not necessarily like actively paying attention to her, but like not letting her out of my sight or anything like that. I do think Yoel just kind of like looks up at Zachary, just like looks at her. And turns around. Look, I don't have any other ideas. If you do, please share them. I'd love to hear them. But for now, we have maybe a page and a half of information about a person who's probably lied to us way more than we think, and a bunch of things that seem to point to something bigger, but the picture of which is not formed.
I miss my kids.
They're dead, Oswald.
No!
You hear Oswald just ran. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, bars to it.
Uh-oh.
So, as you continue on your stretch, is there anything you guys would like to do?
I think periodically Yvel like looks at, kind of tries to almost like decipher what the scarring in like shape of letters is might say. Like, near Zychria's arms. Like she's trying to like make like she's not like because obviously it's very impolite to stare and all that, but so she's trying to like make it as subtle as possible. Like she is actually like looking at them, trying to figure out if like she can decipher anything on them.
Absolutely. Uh, Zachary, are they in any specific language or just crazy
Uh,
mode?
I'd say quite a few of them are in Infernal. A lot of them are different, a lot of them are more random, just symbols than anything. Some of them look like runic, but a lot of them are layered over each other, so it's a little hard to read. I think it would take, especially if she's not showing it to you, it'd probably take a check of something.
Well, do you read Infernal?
No.
No.
Yod's going to kind of walk along the ear and say, I'm terribly sorry if this comes off as insensitive, and you don't have to answer, but I've just been wondering. You're gonna put up her sleeve to reveal these spell
What the fuck
sigils
is your
inscribed in
deal?
ink on her.
No.
Inscribed in ink on her forearm, and she's like, kind of points to the mark and says, "Are those kind of like spell preparations? They seem very they almost seem like words."
In a way, a few of them.
So do you also do magic?
In a way.
In what way?
In a way most people don't like to hear about.
Oh, I love hearing about any kind of magic.
We won't judge you if you're a necromancer.
Nah, necromancer probably be a bit more less suspicious.
We will judge you if you do any form of ritualistic combat.
Kind of looks between them. I'm not too fond of being attacked or anything. Show you some stuff if you really want to see.
I mean, if you think a demonstration's warranted, then sure. But I was just curious. I mean, I have a couple of things. I'm an arcanist, but more so a self-taught one. So and I do take an interest in the various types and branches of magic.
You ever look at kind of blood magic?
Have I ever heard of blood magic?
As a joke, maybe.
Do I look like I know what a JP?
Yo's gonna like looks. She's very intrigued. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Has Oswald ever heard of that? He's read a lot of books, you know.
It's true. When it comes to blood magic, Oswald, passing children's tales of necromancers wearing robes adorned with skulls and dark towers, mayhaps, but aside from that, no. The practice of hemocraft is not something which is explored, at least to public knowledge, within the domain of Kiasmar.
Wait, so are you a necromancer or not?
No, I don't delve into necromancy.
It's all right if you are. We met a very, very
I
interesting
don't,
necromancer individual a couple of days ago.
I'm fine. I don't delve into necromancy.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of where
Be a lot cooler if you did.
I know a few spells, but I mainly use my sword and I draw it across my arm, and then I'm able to do some magic with my blood.
So literal blood magic. Okay.
Yes.
I'm too fond of it, so I don't go sharing it around. It's why I'm able to pin my sleeves down.
Oh no. I wouldn't want you to harm just yourself just for a silly demonstration. That would be very stupid and, well, I guess wasteful is a fair word to use. I'm not sure. Uh, no, that's very interesting. I've never heard of anything like that before, and I've never tried anything like that either.
Most wizards don't tend to look highly on it. They think hurting yourself for your magic is a bit redundant and stupid.
I mean, really depends on the kind of magic. I mean, for the most part, you do need to give something in return to, well, in order to get something. Be that time, energy, material resources, anything else.
You can think of it as a material resource.
Well, I mean, that does actually make a lot of sense in regards to, given how many spells do require material components.
Your magic sounds rather interesting. I'll give you that.
A lot of people tend to phrase it like that, and she kind of gives a bit of a sigh and keeps walking forward.
You both kind of like nudges Oswald just a bit and like gives a little like what gives like look.
What? I was complimenting him. What?
That didn't sound like a compliment.
Or did I accidentally insult her?
I I think she might have took it that way. I mean, you know how sometimes you show people who don't exactly know what you've been up to, something you're working on, they kind of just look at it and they don't really say anything, but they just give you a long, good look and they say, interesting. And you just know they don't mean it in a good way.
No, I've always been perfect. Oh. Oh dear. Well, it's too late now.
No, it's not. What? No.
Never fix your mistakes, kids.
That's how you end up like me.
Infernal dealings.
No.
With memory issues and a hero complex a mile wide.
And dementia.
That's just the bore. So, as you traverse the next 20 minutes or so, eventually you begin to hear this rhythmic kind of thrumming. It's this progressively getting louder. As the hallway begins to give way to a large room, the floor beneath you turning into this almost burnished steel with these deep gouges in it that stretch on for dozens of feet. And that kind of rhythmic drumming starts to slow before you begin to hear large, spaced out Oswald,
Yeah?
given your experience with metalwork, no matter how large or small the apparatus may be, you will always recognize the sound of a hammer on an anvil. You can all...
Somebody's on a fucking anvil down here.
Ah!
What?
Whenever you
Where did you get that from?
are you gonna stop telling it we're here about screaming so loud?
If you would like, you can all roll me perception or investigation checks. The room
Investigate.
itself is alarmingly dark.
Could I cast Dancing Light?
17.
Yveld is going to kind of trace a small circle in the air as at certain points of the circle appear these small coordinate points. Specifically, I'm going to make just essentially they start out as 4 but then coalesce just into 1 as Yveld sends it out. If that would be beneficial to our perception check.
Not really. It's like,
Yay.
in terms of what I mean by alarmingly dark, it's alarmingly dark in the sense that this is very clearly a room that is actively being used. However, there's no light sources to the point that makes it easier to see. It's not disadvantage on these checks for anyone without dark vision. It's still light enough to the point that you can do that. It's kind of like when the sun goes down, that odd space of still light hours before it's completely dark, that like kind of dim gray blue skyline.
Okay, in that case, Yvel's gonna keep this the dancing light by them, and is okay. Yeah, fuck it. Perception check.
13.
13. Okay.
14.
I believe Zyker's is a 19.
For what?
For the pass roll, 19, right?
17.
17.
18 total.
18. 18, 13, 17. Oh, shit, my bad. Oswald, make that with advantage because of the nature of what this is about.
What? Oh my god! It's a 14.
That's fine.
What it.
So, the two of you who got reasonably high with your rolls, the room itself that you're in, this burnished steel walking surface, you see maybe 20 feet off in either direction of this path. It kind of slopes down towards the edges. A long stretch of gnarled wood. Almost for that itself cuts off. Almost reminiscent of a table of some form. As you look around ahead of you in the kind of half gloom ahead, you see this steel path be overtook by something slightly upraised, maybe about 2 feet or so. It stretches outward beyond it, not hanging over this table, for lack of a better term. And around you, beyond this drop of the wood surface, there's a drop down for about 30 feet. About maybe 70, 80 feet or so. In the gloom, you see what appears to be this curved semicircular oval shape. It has this softer orange glow coming from the center of it, almost akin to like a dragon's mouth or a furnace of something. That clanging you hear in the distance. Oswald, those deep gouges in this on this burnished steel path, they're not gouges like slash marks or scratch marks or any of such things. They're not hacking away like a blade, an axe to cut firewood. These are intentionally marked grooves, forming runes of what appear to be, well, the primary language you cannot tell. But they do follow primordial, what's the word I'm looking for here when it's the start, like that's where the language originated from?
Roots?
Yes,
Yeah.
they do follow primordial roots.
Oh.
So you cannot tell the primordial roots themselves, but you can tell that the current runes, well, the one that you are currently stood on which is giant in nature. If it was stood upright, you would need maybe 3 of you to reach the crest of it. Would be dwarvish. For what you can't tell, because you would need the whole word. And as experienced as you are with metalworking, you see the way that the path slopes to a tapered point. You're not on a path. You're on the blade of a sword. And that little crest in the distance is a hilt.
No.
That little thing in the corner, well, little being relative, is a furnace. That clanging you hear is from a very large anvil.
Oh, no.
DM,
Uh-oh.
Yes.
when you say very large, you mean for a size huge creature, right?
I mean for a size gargantuan creature.
Uh-oh.
Ujira.
Do I need a roll to see if Oswald knows about fire giants?
No, you know about fire giants.
Would he know that that anvil is too big even for them?
Yeah.
I don't know where we are, but assuming that that anvil was never actually meant to be used, I think we're in some kind of dwarven forge? What is happening today?
I know, dwarves are a lot shorter than I am, and this is a lot bigger than I am.
DM,
Yes.
could I roll potentially some sort of history check? Because here's the thing. In regards to letter from Lord Hart, it mentioned that the theater went underground, which seems to imply that at least some of the structures that are down here were on the surface at some point. Could I maybe roll history to try to determine what this place is?
Sure.
Okay. Not good. That's a 5 plus 7 for a total of 12. Could be better.
There. How big were you into folk tales of the southern western portion of the continent?
I think if I would have focused on folktales for quite a decent bit.
Any specific region?
I don't think it was any specific region. I think it was just any like myths, legends, local folk tales, urban legends like that Yvald could get their hands on. Like it
This
wasn't a
is a
question
12.
of
The
region.
information you have is limited. There's a tale somewhere from hundreds of years ago of the progenitor of what are now known as fire giants. Invaldi. And the tale of Invaldi's Forge, which is a vast warehouse of all manner of smith goods, each of which more stupendous than the last. But with the 12, the specifics of which are lost to you, though you do recall that being as big as you are into the occult, Invaldi did take the side of the primordials between the first battle of the gods and the primordials, and as such, lost, and lost quite heavily. But again, specifics, you're not certain of.
Could you put that name into campaign? Oh, so you said fire giants or fire genasi? Giants, okay. Uh, okay, this is going to sound absolutely insane. I don't know how this is even possible, but I read this very, very old story, and I don't remember the details. About the about this sort of a primordial kind of individual, Invaldi, I think. Kind of all about
Now,
fire giants and all that.
at the name Invaldi being spoken out
Oh
loud,
no.
the runes beneath your feet, or at least the rune beneath your foot, begins to start glowing softly. This very much danger sense red light growing from it. And in the distance, you hear this drawn out before you begin to hear shuffled footsteps. The draggings of what sound like chain.
Is this a bad thing?
I think it's.
We need to get out.
I think we should.
need to get out. A point is, there are stories of a forge.
Please, later. No, we need to get it the fuck out.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
agree
think we
with
should
our
get
new
the fuck
friend.
out.
I think we should move.
Like-
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's a very fair point, actually.
Is there any way out that Zachary can see?
Is the exit still there, DM?
Penis inspection.
You've traveled
aside,
along.
The doors are already
You
sealed.
traveled long enough across this sword that, given how you can hear the steps approaching, you would get maybe halfway back to where you assume the exit is before you would be happened upon. You could try to hide. So this sword's blade edge comes to a tapered point. You could try getting off onto the table and hiding underneath that kind of incline. That's currently the only thing you can see within sight to hide with. Or you could take your chances and leap off the table.
Zachary is gonna run to hide.
I'm going to
Okay.
hide as well. Boris.
Yeah.
be very
So, question is, whatever approaching, is it within 90 feet of us?
Oh, actually, I just did the math in my head.
Okay, question. Would it be feasible for Trail to wait until it gets into within 90 feet of her and then go and hide? Or would that
Why?
simple because hex.
Oh my god.
Okay, so here's something I want to clarify to you. You can't really currently see Invaldi if this is that figure, and you're unaware of how their vision works in this gloom. You don't have subtle spell, and I believe Hex has verbal components, no?
Pretty sure it does, yes.
So I'm just clarifying that
Yes.
for you. You can,
It's VSM.
but that's up to you.
Well, it's more so a case that disadvantage on perception check.
It's up to you. You do what you please.
Okay, yeah, fuck it. Okay. Yvelt is going to also start moving to hide. Still kind of trying to like keep an eye or ear out for this approaching thing,
Absolutely.
just in case. And if it does get within 90 feet, I do want to like if it seems to notice us, I want to cast Hex.
Gotcha. So, I would like stealth checks from all of you. From Boris as well, but Boris is at disadvantage considering metal hooves on a metal blade.
But I told him
Fuck,
to be
man.
quiet.
I know, you should have given him woolen hooves. This would have gone so much better.
Well, I closed my character sheet because I have brain damage.
10.
Yag.
10?
10.
10?
Uh-huh. Actually, wait, sorry, 11.
Oh, okay.
We're on the first day of having them.
For stealth, that is a whopping. Oh, I have disadvantage. That's a whopping math brain. 14
Yeah.
plus 4 is 18. I can think. I have brain. And for
Wow.
Boris,
I'm gonna laugh if Boris gets better than these two fuckers. With
no.
disadvantage.
He got 2 on the dice. No.
Okay.
Kick him off the sword.
So,
I'm going to kill your fucking pig. Because she's like whispering as she's running.
as you all duck down
I
and
have an
hide beneath the
idea.
tapered point,
I have
what's
an idea.
the idea? What's the idea?
Actually, Boris, go wait out there.
Sacrificial lamb.
Nice. Sacrifice.
It's
I mean, if it
perfect.
works.
They're expecting something. We'll
It's
give
better
them
than my
something.
plan. Fuck it. It's not lump. I don't care anymore.
His low stealth check can work to our advantage.
Certainly. So, as you dip off and hide, Boris kind of mid-stride goes, can't do metal hooves right now.
Third resurrection, here we come.
Boris is the most resurrected party member.
The most disposable one, too.
That's just because Lump hasn't been around for long enough.
Now, as you hide beneath there, I will roll this investigation check with disadvantage because of this. Don't worry, I will do that.
My brain is too
But it is
big.
his workshop, so just keep that in mind. Oh, you poor bastards.
He's just kidding. He's just trying to make us scared.
I
So-
can't tell if that's a 13 or a 15.
So, what are you looking for? It's my dice, asshole. You meant to trust me implicitly and know that I would never do anything to harm any of you, physically, emotionally, or mentally.
I will do all of those things and more.
You're gonna kill my character before I can even get to play them.
You're already dead. What are you talking about? So, you duck down, and there's this, as the chains come clinking over, it's long labored. And a kind of almost exasperated voice. And what are you? You're not one of mine.
He's going to buy it.
What are you? Not my creation.
I should
Not my creation at all. Away with you. And I need Boris to roll me a strength saving throw.
Oh no!
Rip.
Strength save. That's a natural 1.
Poor Boris.
Oh, it's a natural. I was gonna have it that just goes flying off, but it's a
Boing.
1. This is perfect, considering also your low.
There's no such thing as critical failures on skill checks.
Yes,
Or
but this is a
saving throws.
saving throw. I mean,
Right.
unless it's funny.
Okay, Austin, roll me a D100. You want the lowest number possible.
Oh boy, I'm good at those. I'm insanely unlucky.
Don't say that.
That's a 21.
Okay, good.
Decent. Okay, this will be a -10 penalty. Alright, cool. He's saying numbers. What do they mean?
Ah,
What do the numbers mean, Mason?
Rolls. Those are damage rolls.
Now, you hear this kind of clanging sound and a heavy object being slung through the air before hitting a wall about 20 meters or so to your left, Oswald. You can mark off 30 hit points of Boris's. And
he's
prone.
alive!
And Boris is kind of just like scrambling on the floor, just
This is going great.
and you hear the chain kind of clink and lift once more.
Every time you speak, Zycria is glaring at you.
This is what he was made for, to die.
Yellow just slaps a hand over Oswald's mouth.
Now,
Big
Gives
ears.
her a nod. Gives you
As
a
that-
nod.
as you do that, you say slap a hand.
Carefully, please. I'm trying to be as quiet as fucking
You said
possible.
slap. I'm kidding.
That
I'm
was
kidding.
to accentuate the quickness of the movement. Yes.
I'm kidding. Regardless, you hear the voice. How did you turn on? And this clinking
What?
sound. And then, almost in average height terms, when you pick up a fork off a dinner table, in gargantuan height terms, and you pick up a big sword off of a workshop table.
Ah, fuck.
And you feel your ceiling above you raise as the sword gets dragged up, and you see the full form of one Invaldi. This gargantuan, burning orange-skinned individual. The hair and large beard which drags down to the chest, made out of coiled links of very, very fine, thin, red chains. Same make up the eyebrows, which come hanging down to about the cheekbones. The eyes themselves are large, round rubies, the likes of which are gargantuan in size. If one were to be plucked out from his eye, you would need Oswald and Yvel stacked on top of one another to reach the crest of it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, about 13 feet in diameter. What appear to be tattoos, or at least runic ones, of dozens of known languages. There's Infernal, Primordial, Draconic, Dwarvish. Many adorn his skin, particularly in various concentric rings around the upper bicep. Covering the hands are these large... Covering the hands are these larger golden rings. At least, golden rings for him. However, clamped around the wrists and what appear to be trailing down to well below the waist, of which where there's this thicker leather belt kilt combo, dyed red, are these large steel manacles. Or at least they look like steel. And each link of them, about 12 foot. The actual size of this being is about 60 feet. And as he appears to be gazing at the sword, you see him twist the pommel and unscrew it, and the glow starts to dim down. And he goes to place the sword back down directly on top of all of you. It will crush you. Make your move.
Going to
Running.
Yep.
Running. Yep, running. If I see like anyone falling behind any capacity, I'm going to attempt to vortex warp them.
Okay. As you all begin running, make me dexterity saving throws, please, with advantage.
Do,
Oh, I
actually,
needed that.
we see Boris while we're moving.
Boris will be upright at this point. It doesn't.
19
Both
plus
of them.
4
Morse
for
to
a
catch him up
23.
with. That is a natural 20 plus 1 for a total of 21.
Okay, Zachary, what'd you get?
The first one was a 1, but the second one was a 3 plus 8. That's 11.
11.
That's...
Still
That's
shit.
not good.
It's still shit.
But,
It was a nice
as
Character.
as the sword comes clanging down, all of you have succeeded. The DC was incredibly low.
Go, 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 go.
And
Oh god. Oh god.
at hearing Boris's clattered hooves, and then the sounds of your ushered go, 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 goes, you hear this. And Valdi is going to attempt to scoop you all up in one hand. He's big enough to do that. So this is going to be considered essentially a grapple check. So you can use athletics or acrobatics for all of you, yes. Unless you would like strength saving throws. It's up to you. Your choices here, guys. Do you want to do strength saves or
Acrobatics.
grapple check?
Acrobatics.
Hang on.
Acrobatics.
He's going to attempt to grapple us. Do I have a bonus action?
Oh,
Okay.
wait your turn.
That's fine. You
18.
sure? You sure you don't want to give me a bonus action?
1 second. Let me set the DC here. Just chill.
Okay. Sorry.
Alright, DC to beat is a 24.
I would have had to have gotten a natural 20. Fucker. Sorry. My brain crosswired of how fucking impossible that brain is not working anymore.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna shut up now.
yeah, there's literally no way I could beat that.
I would have to
Like,
get enough.
legitimately.
It's a
Actually-
fortunate thing he's not trying to kill you all then, isn't it?
Yes.
I don't know that.
We don't
No,
know.
We
you
don't
don't.
know that, yeah.
Absolutely
we don't
you don't know that, which is why you should be scared. So, Did anyone beat 24?
No.
There's no point in rolling.
I forgot
for
if
me.
Daikira did or not. Chill the fuck
I know.
out.
I could I could do this on a 19 or a 20. So
Did you get a 19 or a 20?
no, I got an 8. I got a 18 total.
So, as you begin running and take off, tearing off across the table, there's this dragging sound as hand comes across wood, and you are scooped up in the rather hot palm, in terms of heat, of one Invaldi. I heard that, Austin.
Oh god,
brings-
he's hot.
Shut up. Who you get squished by the thumb. Brings you up to bed with his face.
Harder.
And just
No.
you are Kelly. Shut up.
Rocks fall, Austin dies.
So, you're brought up to his face, and there's one giant ruby eye is peering at you before he looms back.
Hello. Did you like
Hi.
my bowl?
Zacharias just kind of standing there in still terrified silence.
And that is where we'll cut your half of the session.
Oh my god.
Fellas, I don't think we're reuniting with the other two this session. I'm gonna be
No.
completely honest.
Hi, do you like my boar? Bye.
Yes.
Death. Right.
Yeah.
So, as said previously, feel free to stick around if you would like to. If not, that is more than fine.
I
I don't
wait
get
for
a
a bit,
choice.
probably.
It was my first time
What do you
doing this.
mean?
What do you mean you don't get a choice?
I'm the recorder.
You don't
No.
have to record the next part if you don't want to.
Yes, they do.
So, we are going to take, well, for those of you who wish to stick around, we will take a quick 5-minute break, and because I need to go to the bathroom, and then we will resume with the second half with Andros and Aragon's character.
Woo!
Yeah.
We're gonna get fucking murdered.
I really want an air guns to just be like, you just frolic through a field. I get a feeling it's not going to be that, but I want it to just be y'all
That'd
Be
going
funny,
through.
though.
They're gonna
Totally
frolic
hell.
through a field and we're gonna come back.
Yeah, exactly. You took the bad path.
We took the only one available is what we did.
Well, make
But
your own.
also, Austin, if you like have other stuff to do, like I can just go to another room and record. Like you don't have to stick around if you don't want. Austin.
would leave-
Austin.
Perished.
He's gone.
Dead.
Dead.
That is my first time doing a southern accent. I am happy I did that. Okay.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, I started playing in a Sunday in a campaign on Sunday where like I play a guy with a very light southern accent because I can't do a good one. So like it's
I-
great because another party member does who's a temporary character also has a much thicker southern accent.
I hope hers is okay. I made
Oh,
20,
I love Zychria so much.
20 minutes before the game I came up with an accent.
No, that's great.
That's how the best voices are made.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Ah, fuck. Gotta pick something.
Ugh.
Grab ourselves a snack.
Austin.
What do you want from
Austin.
me?
So if you don't you don't have to actually stick around because what we could do is like I could just go to the room upstairs and record from there. If you don't want to stick around.
I feel like there's about to be a butt.
What? What do you mean?
Oh, there's no,
No,
catch
there-
22.
No?
Well, it's too
This is-
bad. I'm gonna stay.
Okay. This was more so of like, oh, you have like shit to do or whatever.
No, you're just gonna hear a lot of Windows errors.
Oh, what? Huh? Huh? Huh?
I will be making Doom maps while I listen to this fucking bullshit.
When they get a nice and chill session, I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm so hoping.
No.
Also, the other two
When you-
characters play another
when-
campaign. One of them has a thick French accent, and the other one has a British one.
Oh, you're gonna love Luciana. You're gonna love Luciana then.
No, I'll do the my other character is Azriel Rosenberg, and she has a voice like this, and she speaks because this is Sylvan in that world.
Oh, oh boy.
Sylvan is French, apparently everywhere.
Sylvan is
I play in Austin's campaign on Thursday, and the guy I play literally has like as light of a Russian accent as I can do while still making it sound relatively nice.
And then I came in with an NPC, so I was fully French.
Oh god, yeah, we had to endure that kind of French accent for an entire session
Oh, it
because we
hurts
were
my
at a
throat
dinner
so
with the guy.
I cannot wait for them to kill
And then-
him, so I do not need to do it anymore.
We
And
can't
then
wait to kill
uh,
him.
and then I have another character with a slight British accent like this.
I thought that's what you were doing at the beginning.
Yeah, I've messed it up a bit because
Now
I'll play
it's
this-
Southern.
yeah, I play this character a lot more often, and I'm very
Across
used to
an
that.
entire fucking ocean.
Yeah, I play this character a lot more often, and the voice is a lot more natural to me. So
Oh.
the southern
Lunar,
one
is
is
your icon still the rats?
Yeah! It's the rat conglomerate.
I love the rats.
Thank you.
I'm getting
I harassed my players quite a few Tuesdays ago with them. Shit,
Did you
like, went
mean
down,
3
went
days
down.
ago?
What? No, I
Oh,
didn't
the
harass you with the
actual rat.
rat.
Oh God, don't get me started. It also kicked off gay
Anya,
love drama,
speaking
though,
of
to
which,
be fair.
oh yeah, that kicked off the whole gay drama thing. The only context I will give for you, you Austin and Evo, is that for several out-of-game weeks, Anya, upon their character Nixian realizing that they had a crush on a party member, was genuinely contemplating faking their own death and eloping
Okay,
without
further context.
clarifying if this person reciprocated.
further context.
They
Nixian is a
still
prince
haven't
with a range nerd.
clarified.
Listen,
They still
we're
haven't
getting
clarified.
there.
Are you? Are you
No,
getting
not
there?
currently.
I have
both
I
of
have
them.
another character who watched both two of their friends die in a dream that they don't know is a dream. So they just saw two of their friends fucking kill themselves,
Rip.
and they're fucking
That's a-
terrible. It is an experience.
This song.
Die in the dream, you die in real life.
It is the opposite. You wake up.
I do feel it is important to mention the other character is Willow's.
Oh yeah, I do like that's like, I don't know, yeah, that's probably fair to mention. Which like,
I have another character.
oh
I
my
did
god, Anya, Delgren finally leveled up to level 6.
Yeah, I was about to say, I just saw him roll his health on the other channel.
Yeah.
We leveled up about a month ago, and our barbarian has
For
just now remembered to level up. He learned Tuesday that we were leveled up, and has just now, 3 days later, rolled his health.
He forgot.
He forgot, and that's okay.
Willow. Delgren's finally level 6. Oh god.
I don't know why I could swear we were level 7. He's not level 7. Nixian's not level 7.
No, Nixian's not
For
level
some
7.
reason, I swear.
Y'all might level up soon, depending on how stuff goes.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
See, the problem is I have a lot of 4th level spells for Nixian that I'm thinking about taking, and I don't know which one I want to do. Because I only get one at first.
Yeah. That's the thing about sorcerers, which I will be rectifying with an item because I think it's meh. Like, I like that the restriction is there that, like, yeah, sorcerers get, like, a maximum of, like, 20 or so, like, sorry, not 20, they get a maximum of about, 25, I think, spells to work with in total.
Did Aragon jump in and say it would be like he might be a bit longer, or no?
Aragon's not jumped in at all.
Aragon, I'm pretty sure, is still doing phone plan stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
He's usually never late like this.
that's
Done
fine.
him bit.
Just
Yeah.
quick forewarning. I'll give it 10 minutes, but if not, then we will be leaving it here because if not, I do have other stuff that I do need to do before the night is up, as unfortunate as it is to say. So, give it 10. We'll see how it goes. If not, it just means we'll get into
Yeah.
Anya and Aragon next week.
Yeah, it's fine. It happens.
It does happen. It's all good.
Yeah.
Deal.
But yeah, no, I really enjoyed this session. I love how fucking, like, once again, out of character, I love how weird the fucking catacombs are. In character, Yvelda's miserable, and the fact that these catacombs are that weird are starting to get to Yvelda saying something.
Oh yeah, Yvelda had a minor breakdown today. I'm so sad
she's
Andros
doing
wasn't there to see
fine.
it.
She's doing fine. The breakdown is the breakdown is just continuous. It's just kind of been like it's like a little tide thing.
It ebbs and flows.
Like,
But
yeah.
Yes, we got our introduction to Zychria.
I love Zychria. She's great.
I got the southern twang halfway through the session.
Don't worry, these guys had to deal once with me doing the
Oh,
most scam
God.
artist southern accent I could possibly manage.
Oh god, don't remind me of that.
Castor Malpens.
Wah!
What an amazing individual that managed to piss all of the party off for legitimate reasons
Yeah, he's a
within
dick.
2
We
minutes
hate
of
him.
meeting him.
Like, as much as I refer to Luciana as that bitch and blame all of the world's evils on her, quite fairly, mind
Luciana,
you,
funny enough,
Luciana was
did jack
not
shit.
as insufferable as Castor Malpens.
I think infuriating is the better word.
Yes, he was infuriating. He was absolutely fucking unbearable. I wanted to wring his neck every single second that I was talking to him. Not even me as a person. I was just sitting like a anyways.
I will tell you, she does not think highly of you guys yet. She does not think highly of you guys yet.
Honestly, that's completely fair and understandable. If I met us, I would not think of us highly.
But they're
Should I-
so funny, Zychria. What do you mean?
We're not funny. We're kind of just.
Unhinged.
She likes the
I'm
He
board.
has so much money. I just realized every time I look at his inventory, I just realize how much money he
Did
has.
I add my money? I think I did.
Oswald
Wait.
has 120 platinum.
Jesus. I have 3.
Sorry?
Can y'all share some of that with me? Like a.
Our
I just
first
have
session, you were
3.
complaining about the first session I was in. You were complaining about the price of a room, and it was 150 gold. What do you mean you're sitting on 150 platinum?
Yeah, you
I
want to
wasn't sitting on it before. You were there when we picked it up.
Yeah.
share that
Picked it
plan?
up during,
on
because
gold.
he was looking in the
Oh, don't
room.
worry, it'll be shared.
Oh
Not with you,
yeah.
but it will be shared.
Will it?
With his children, yes. With you guys, no.
Honestly, fair.
If the children are,
Oswald, this is for a college fund.
If he's alive by then.
if the children are, they're kind of, I don't know, in the bad place right now.
At one point, it's just become a case of like Schrodinger's children were like, the
They
kids
could be
are-
dead. Could be alive.
There's a good chance they're alive, but there's like an equally good chance they're just dead. Like, who knows at this point, honestly? Schrodinger's children.
Schrodinger's kids.
Schrodinger's children.
They're fine.
Why the fuck did you call yourself a wall lizard?
Warlock wizard. Portmanteau.
I'm gonna kill you.
One second.
More like lizard, am I right?
Lizard.
You shut
No.
the fuck up.
All of this is going into recording.
Oh boy.
Yeah, good. Funny. Unless, like, I don't know, we have to cut the recording because, like, Aren doesn't show up or something.
He's this. Something must have really come up.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. It happens. Like, I don't think anyone minds here.
Wait, I've got to make my title official.
No, I'm more
official.
saying because it's. I'm more saying it's because it's. I hope he's okay. Like, this is not
Oh,
usual.
I hope to. Hey, Willow, check my bio. Check my about me.
Oh my god, is that your about me on Movie Star Planet?
What? No. Discord about.
Aragon is still fighting T-Mobile. It's his first time fighting T-Mobile, and it's his assistant's first time helping him, helping a person. So it is just taking time. I have DM'd him.
Okay. Well, I'll let him know. One moment, though.
Also, I have since looked, and the 4th level spell that I was in between taking is not a sorcerer spell. So there's only one that I have plans to take.
What was the spell?
Freedom of movement, just in case you, decide to try to fuck with me and ban my hands.
I have some fun spells.
You
I only have
just
4
take
spells.
Misty Step for that.
Yeah, but I don't want to. No, because if you tie my hands together, I can't just. Could I Misty Step out of the?
It's only verbal. As long as you can speak, you can Misty Step.
You wanna
Could I Misty Step out of the stuff? Out of the bonds?
Yep.
Down? Ooh.
You wanna hear how many HP I have?
How many?
Yeah.
How much?
First of all, guess.
Probably in your, I don't know. Okay, so you're level 7, right?
Yep.
Level 9, what are you talking about?
No, we're not level 9. Stop gaslighting me. Wow. Anyways,
46.
okay, you probably have about no, that's too little.
That's what I have.
Oh, well, too fucking bad. Wait. Andres has 46 HP.
49 max, but
That sucks, dude.
not a very constitute boy.
I mean, I have 60.
How?
Yes.
How?
I'm pretty sure Yvel's health improved with the wizard levels.
Yvel's health, yes, because we essentially re-rolled the warlock the 2 levels to subtract and re-rolled the wizard ones, and we did roll pretty well. But also, Belt of Dwarvenkind, decent con. Belt's rocking it out here.
What to say? Andros is sitting on a comfy +1 con.
Well, bad. Get better con, bitch.
I think Andros is my character with the worst con modifier.
I don't even know who has the worst. I think Felix, my gunslinger, has the worst con.
Andros at 49 hit points.
He has 5 more max than
5th level fireball.
It's a funny number. I have 83 hit points.
Oh, nice. That's good. I
Gives-
think it's either Felix or Helgenstein. How much has Helgenstein got? Oh, never mind. Helgenstein's got 16 in con. Jesus.
Hey, same as Nixian.
Nice. Yeah, no, Helgenstein's my blood domain cleric from the Wild Mountain King. Yeah, Felix has a +1 in con. Oh yeah, he's stabilized. Because of the... Oh god, I've just been reminded of the ordeal that is going to be happening tomorrow. Oh god. Let's just say that Felix, due to some issues he has, made some very bad decisions in regards to the People's Police in the town we were in the Frostpunk-inspired campaign that Austin runs on Saturdays.
Sorry.
Why'd you do that?
Because I'm mean.
But yeah,
You're just stupid.
I'm happy with spells.
Spells.
I have...
I've got many of those.
If you want to head out, it's all good.
Yeah.
Has the time limit been reached?
Aragon has messaged me for 7 more minutos, so give it 7 more, and then